Let's go.
Let's go. Friday is here. Finally, summer's around the corner. Happy Friday to Derek. Happy Friday to everybody there in the chat. Welcome to MLB Prop Picks, powered by the Bat on X, on YouTube. I'm going to lower my chair a little bit. Look at that. Smooth. That's production value right there. Yahtzee's here for the dingers. Jesus Sanchez. How about that? How about a 10-1 home run? Those are not easy to find. Well done.
Yep. No, it was great. Very happy to hit that one. Kind of what we said. I think that type of matchup can be mispriced by the books. So that was a fun one to hit.
I had a 50-1 last goal scorer in hockey last night.
Did you really? That's amazing.
Yeah, I was playing baseball and then I came off and checked my phone. I'm like, oh geez, that actually hit. You're not expecting 50-1s to hit. You certainly aren't.
No.
We'll take it. Good morning, everybody there. William, Yahtzee, Milo, Wild Turkey, JPC Fourth, Reed. Happy to have you on board here. Things are moving. Let's get the rundown on the go. If you're looking for these projections, head over to covers.com. Head over to the MLB page, prop projections. See everything there. Sort by game, sort by price, star ratings and analysis from the bat. Looking for the release procedure. This is how we do things in this neck of the woods. We'll tell you the book. We'll tell you hopefully some secondary books, the game, the market, the player, the over, under. You guys let us know basically anything you want in the chat. Nothing gets, maybe not anything, but we'll do our best not to read a lot of, we'll try our best to filter it out. So what do we got? Angle and edge. That's so embarrassing. I can't read angle and edge. I write an article called Edges and Angles. And I have yet to spell it as angel yet, because that is one of the most difficult things in the world. Angle or
I struggle with that too.
JPC4 says big day for pitcher outs, hopefully. The market is interesting with that because I was trying to bet at DraftKings today. Thought I got throttled, but they're just throttled because I couldn't bet my full stake amount. Turns out I think it's just market specific. And you're starting to see some, like, I know Bet365 will take down the market at, I don't know, the afternoon. They'll open it, they'll take it down. It's still a finicky market, and I'm still blaming you, Derek, because the numbers exist. So they're catching up, but I still think they haven't really caught up to it or know what they're going to do with it. And I know that Bet365 is taking it out of their SGP options.
Yeah, which I think tells you something about how confident they feel in it.
Yeah. I read. Yeah. I've had that happen on outs at DK. Happened to me this morning as well. Yeah. So that's, I don't think my full thing's throttled. So let's go. We get things going. Go on taters right off the top. DK 365, Chicago, Baltimore. Hey, Derek, have you started working on the Blitz yet?
I have, actually. Season-long projections are going to be done pretty soon now, actually. Any day.
Isn't it crazy that all of a sudden it doesn't stop?
No, it does not stop.
Yeah, LD Yang says the correlation stuff is, let's get this out. 550 still there. Let's go Ryan Mountcastle for a home run at a quarter unit. 550 there. 550, 365 versus Sean Burke at home. Let us know the prices you're seeing. I just want to touch on LD Yanks there quickly. Outs must have some major SB correlation. It's interesting because you never know if the correlation is equal on both sides, right? If it's over correlated on one side, is it under correlated on the other side? If you know what I mean, Derek. But like I was spending a lot of time doing over outs, under strikeouts, and under strikeouts, over outs. Did I just say the same thing twice? But you know what I mean. Under outs, over strikeouts, because there was a huge negative correlation there, but they've cleaned it up. What's the word on Mountcastle? It's a home run prop for quarter unit. So I keep asking you this, Derek, but it's like, it's the price.
Yeah, it's the price. Mountcastle is obviously a guy who has really good power. He just hasn't shown it this year. He has 2 home runs. But you look under the hood and everything's the same. The barrels are there. The exit velo's there. Maybe not launching the ball as well as he used to, but you still have to expect this to be a guy who has good power. And they're pricing him like a guy whose power has just fallen off a cliff almost. Also the park. I mean, last year, even with the last couple of years with the fences, moved back in Baltimore to the ridiculously far, place they had it. He was still hitting some home runs more than he is this year, and they moved the fences back up. So I really think you have to assume some regression here for Mountcastle. We're getting him at a good price. We're getting him in what is a pretty good matchup here. So I like this one.
Yeah, just the weather, maybe storm. It's orange, maybe storm, but I mean, you somewhat take it out. I mean, obviously you'd want great hitting conditions, but it's not like we're hitting a pitcher over outs. It's not like where you alarm bells. Oh no, I get it. But weather is finicky too. It's tough to. Sometimes we overdo it on the weather. Like it's nice to know a great weather thing, but weather can be finicky too.
Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure out like how
it correlates to like a home run prop.
Like how much, like weather risk I really want to care about with something like home run props, because the real risk is kind of just that they play whatever 5 or 6 innings, whatever you need for an official game, and then it gets rained out and it doesn't finish. Like that's really the risk here, that you lose an at bat or two that way. But if it's delayed, like it's fine. If it's PPD, it just voids. If it finishes the next day, depending on book rules, like you're probably fine. So I don't think it's as detrimental as it is for something like, a pitcher prop.
And I mean, there's also the angle of, okay, the rain knocks out the starting pitcher, and now you get a worse pitcher than Schonberg.
Yeah, that can certainly be a thing too, especially with the White Sox.
Yeah. Let's stay here. Let's staying at this book. Staying at this game, but we're heading over to MGM for the second release here. But we're gonna go White Sox, Orioles. We're gonna stick with home runs. And our 650. Whoa, did we get
I think we got 25 points. If I'm
my brain was not computing it. Yeah, you're like, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. Miguel Vargas. For 7.5 decimal odds. Miguel Vargas, 7.5 decimal odds. That's how we do things in Canada. Celsius and decimal odds. That's how we live our life. How good is your decimal? I think I'd ask you this maybe once every 3 months. The decimal to American odds game. How good are you at it?
Not very good. For these where it's, big plus money over 2 or whatever, it's pretty easy to convert, but normally I have to pull up a calculator.
Minus 200. If even money is 2.0 decimals, minus 200 is frozen. Is he frozen? No.
5?
Minus 200 in decimal odds.
0.5?
1.5.
1.5. Yeah, I'm not good at decimal conversion.
No, that's it. Then minus 400. So minus 400 would be 1.25. Right? If that makes any sense.
Yep.
There in the chat, rate your skills on decimal to American odds in a scale of 1 to 10. It's a fun one. It really isn't. But in Canada, yes, all our books pretty much start in decimal, and then we have to go in and change it. Bet $1, win 1.5. How is that hard? Oh, must be a Canadian. Yeah. 0. JPC4 says, 0.
I mean, if you're used to it, I bet it makes way more sense than American odds. It's just like, that's what I see everywhere is American odds. Like intuitively, I'm sure decimals is a smarter way to do it.
Nah, it's fine. We'll piggyback yours. It's like that Nate Bargatze skit on Saturday Night Live. We got double dingers there in Baltimore. We go to Washington, Arizona, DraftKings 365 here for a player walk. Poor producer, man.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, if I had my choice and like, okay, let me help you make the user interface better. I always thought I could help books doing that very easily. Just have all of those drop downs like compressed.
Yes.
And if I want to open up 30 players, I will do it.
Yeah. No, that would make a lot more sense.
But you leave the top one open, and then everyone after that, like the Bet365 user face.
Yeah. No, that makes plenty of sense.
Darren, did you really hit Perry Robertson and Kapanen for 425 to 1? If I get that, yeah. Producer Mick's like, keep the line moving. Oh yeah, we're the betting show. Josh Naylor for a walk plus 320 here. Similar price, I believe the exact same price. 365.
Yep, I think so.
Yes. Jake Irving. Not a bad spot, I believe. I believe it's Jake Irving. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jake Irving. Irving is, I think, kind of a fraudulent pitcher. Like he's not as good as his ERA looks like right now. He does have decent control, so it's not like this is like the best spot for a walk. But Naylor's a guy who can draw a walk. We're getting a good number on it. So this is one where, we're getting a good number. This projects as, let me see, what does it project to win at? About a third of the time. And so at plus 320 or whatever that is in decimal, if you're Canadian, I think we're getting good value on it.
Couple unit questions there in the chat. Tyler Jackson, what size unit do you measure these at? These ones we record as 1 unit. Right now we're doing the home runs at quarter units, but everything else is full. As a bettor, I bet these at full units. I just keep it simple and go down the line at this. And the more you play, I'd still bet the minus 120s at 1.2 units to win the unit. I don't really see the benefit of like, oh, okay, I'll change my betting at the plus 320. I don't know how great advice that is. I mean, it's just how I do things. Yahtzee, and then there's Milo. And then you run into that question. It's like however much you can get down. That's the next question you run into.
Yeah. It's not a straightforward thing. I mean, we were tracking everything, kind of the same, just for simplicity. You guys get down what you can. If you're betting the same amount on every bet, that's probably a little better for account health than, changing up your bet sizes. I would think
that is a great point. When you start changing things up, you look a lot more analytical to, like what the books have on you is probably incredible. Like if you got to see your own profile sheet, I bet it's extensive.
Oh, I'm sure.
They know things about you that you don't. It's tracking like what they do in marketing, right? Like, oh, you spend this much time looking at shoes. Well, we're going to offer you more shoe deals. Probably extensive.
Yeah, I'm sure they have tons of stuff.
And I haven't met anybody who's seen their own profile on any of these. Right? Like that's like serious behind the door stuff that I want to see. I want to Maybe I don't want to see Derek. Actually, maybe I don't want to see what they think I am, versus what I think I am. All right, we keep going. Naylor walk in 320 full unit there. Colorado Mets. We're at Rivers. This is I know lots of people are struggling to get down at Canby Books. I get it. But 370 is a giant price here for Ezekiel Tovar.
And you'll find this as an alt market at other books. I think the odds will be a little worse.
370. Yeah. So I did. I went because I knew that a lot of people in the chat can't just get Rivers here. But 300 at in the milestone market at 365 is a big difference. Let me know in the chat what you see for DraftKings for 2 hits. Oh, 265.
I thought you'd get at least 300 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 320 on FanDuel. That's not bad. That's still probably fine.
I did want to pump up. I think Jake Irving's walks over project well, and I think that's why we saw the nailer one hit. Peterson looking 18.5. He's a guy you've always liked too, right? And the bats always liked.
Yes, but
it's caught up. It's finally caught up.
Yeah, and he's kind of gotten a little bit worse, I think, than he used to be. Like he's not the same pitcher he was. Well, actually, no, he looks pretty similar. Yeah, he's okay. You know, people used to think he was terrible, I feel like, and the bat was always like, well, he's actually like above average, or at least average now. You know, that's kind of I think how he's treated. He's nothing special. And Tovar's good. I mean, he's a Rocky, so I feel like people never want to bet anything on Rockies, obviously, because they've been so bad. But Tovar is one of their better hitters. He's a good batting average hitter, makes contact, has a platoon advantage here. And we're getting a really good price on it. This is probably closer to like a walk prop. You know, when we're looking at the alt line here, like this projects to win, I think, 27% of the time. So do with that what you will in terms of units and everything else. We'll track it as a full unit. But, 2 hits is always tough to get. But this is a guy who's good. Pretty solid matchup. Top of the order. Should get a decent number at bats by Rocky standards.
A regular amount of bats, yeah.
Yeah.
Tovar's like the Vargas of the White Sox, too, right? Like hits in that top third, hits in that 2 spot, maybe get to the 3 spot. Has some power, but people really don't know much about him because he
so I like this number. The 320 at FanDuel I think is still probably solid. Someone's saying 300 on 365. That's supposed to be that's decent. The 265 at DK, the 250 at Caesars, I'm not on those.
Okay, and yes, don't forget to look at Peterson to record the win at -125 today. They won't price it below 130, it seems, for any pitcher to win versus the Rockies. I mean, we got like Taiwan Walker at +190. I know like there's some stretch there's some risk in that, but that's still +190 versus a team that I don't know how they're pricing the fact that yes, maybe there'll be some score changes in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, but Colorado doesn't have an offense and they got one of the worst bullpens. So like the chances of pricing in that flip is silly. I mean, they're the first 5 money line, they're like -300.
Yeah.
I don't think there should be that big of a difference between the first 5 line and pitcher.
Yeah, that's a market that I'd like to look at a little bit more. Hopefully we have
we sweat like under internet. Moving on, let's go. Next one. I won't talk. My internet's somehow crapping out. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, bet 365. Hitter strikeouts. Oh, look at producer Mick just flying through that. Look how quick. I'll get it out before I talk about the idea of how quickly you can navigate these. I don't know if they really want us to navigate them well. No strikeout from Bryson Stott. And are we getting? Oh, we got 5 points.
5 points. All right.
There you go. Don't say I talk too much and lose points. Bryson Stott, no strikeouts. +175 here. Where are we for books on these markets right now? Just here?
I think it's 365. It's Fliff. If you have Fliff, I think Botano in Canada has them. I think someone said Betway might have them, but I don't know if they're in the US anymore. Not enough books, but there are a few. And I think exchanges have them too.
So if you're a sports book, Derek, And we just talked about like how quickly producer Mick just got to a market that he probably doesn't bet a lot, right? Boom. He knew exactly where it was, got to it quick. Do you think there's any benefit to the books for us to be able to navigate those menus quicker?
I mean, I think that could be part of why they do it, because like they really don't want you.
Oh, he said, here's some information. I got to get there quick and get down. No.
Yeah. I think that could definitely be part of it. I mean, the benefit really would just be like, you want people to want to use your book as opposed to going somewhere else. But, that's a little tougher to quantify, I would imagine.
Yeah, Milo, that's why I asked about the market availability. Milo says, yeah, so DK put it out for about 5 minutes in April. And
yeah, that's really what they did, which just, come on.
Be better. All right, Friday. Sip of coffee. Needed it. That's what we got. I think that's the end of the list, right?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay, because the list changes. So you think, oh, look at you guys should be hitting your marks.
Yeah, the list I send you at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. is not the list.
Yeah, there's multiple lists. That's what we got today for you guys. Appreciate that. I'll be releasing a Friday. I always have to watch my words because is it a book thing? No, we have no books. We have no sponsors. No books are running to sponsor the show. FanDuel. I got my FanDuel SGP coming out tonight, and I am trying to find the best way to get Ohtani and Judge on an SGP and make it at least 25-1. And that, my friend, is a very difficult thing to do. I wanted walks, right? Did you see Ron Washington walked?
First at bat.
Right? Yeah. He walked him twice in 3 innings. But I can't get walks in the SGP. I really wanted to manipulate it. I wanted to be like walks and like under bases or something, right? Like I think there's a good negative correlation somewhere in their walks, but you can't add walks to their
yeah.
But no, maybe who's going today? Freed and someone not great for Gosselin. So I don't know. Might be looking at that walk market today. But yeah, look out for that. I'll be dropping that. I got hockey coming at 10 o'clock. Before you bet today with the boys. Basketball with John. I think is today. I don't know. I'm struggling. But no, let's go. Appreciate everybody there in chat. Appreciate you. Derek, back next week, Tuesday, 9:15. MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat on Covers. See you then. Take care.